We take it to the book of Judges. One more warning from the scripture, and this one's a heavy one. Judges chapter 5, verse number 23. Curse ye, Meroz, said the angel of the Lord. Curse ye bitterly, the inhabitants thereof. Boy, they must have done something terrible. Must have been full of adultery and fornication and all kinds of ungodliness. Curse ye bitterly, the inhabitants thereof, because they came not to the help of the Lord, to the help of the Lord against the mighty. Startling. No major sin, no abomination of unrighteousness. They just didn't help. Well, it's quiet in the church tonight. Now, us Pentecostals, we don't get nervous when the music's loud and people are shouting and Sister so-and-so's falling over and one of the young people gets a little wild, knocks over a microphone. Now, that makes visitors nervous. That don't make us nervous. We get nervous when it gets like this right here. Let me tell you something. I've been doing this a long time. Something I've noticed about the church in this age compared to the church when I was younger in the church. I can remember the day when we sat through a lot of preaching that kind of just sort of dangled us over the fires of hell. But these days it seemed like we misinterpret strong preaching for mean preaching. And there is a difference. We need some strong meat. I'm not trying to be mean or unkind. I want to help us. And there's no place to be mean. There's no place to be cruel in the pulpit or otherwise. But there is a place for some strong meat. There's a place for us to sit in the house of God and think, oh, it's me, oh me, standing in the need of prayer. Oh, man, I feel like I need to get right with God. I need to do something more than I'm doing. So this Meroz, this tribe, these people cursed because they came not to the help of the Lord. Didn't you hear the sounds of battle? It was wartime. Couldn't you know the war was raging? If you read down through it, you'll find out that everything was involved. Every tribe was doing what they could, but they just stayed in their boats. They didn't get involved in the sounds of battle. They didn't take up the extra weight. They didn't feel the increased burden. They were just at ease in their lives. You could have helped. You just didn't. You could have lightened the load. You just didn't. You could have assisted in the effort. You just weren't involved. Everyone could have done something. Some were doing everything they could, while others were doing nothing at all. And so I'm here tonight to appeal to this church in a revival. You understand what a revival is? A revival behind in the heat of the battle. If you've lost your prayer life, you've lost your passionate worship, you've lost your faithfulness, you've got sloppy with your giving, you got sloppy with your testimony, you've started playing around in worldliness, you recover yourself in revival. Revival is for the church. Evangelism is for the world. And I found out usually back in the 80s, and many times it'd take 2 or 3 weeks just to get the church to break through.